Hello. All right. This is Eddie El Gato, and I'm just coming to you because we're excited about what's taking place today in skateboarding. Today, history is being made with the girls in the park event that's going to be going on, and I'm so excited for that. It's been exciting to see a lot of these young Olympians now just killing it on the street course, and that's going to happen with the ladies today and then tomorrow with the men, and just to see where skateboarding has come from back at the beginning. Now, tomorrow I posted about going to be going live and talking to some of the legends because I think it's important for us to honor the past. And as we champion the future champions that are taking place today and tomorrow in the Olympics, a lot of the guys that started off what I'm titling this is In the Beginning, Legends Talk, because everything has a beginning. And the first pool contest was at the Hester series that Henry Hester started, slalom racer, slalom champion, put on this event. And so tomorrow I'm going to be talking with Salba, I'm going to be talking to Brad Bowman, I'm going to be talking to Olsen, Christian Asoy, and a few others that we'll be having throughout the day leading up to the men's event. But I just wanted to put it out there because there's so many fascinating stories of, yes, we see it in the Olympics, we see all the corporate sponsors, we see how it's gone. But I'm telling you, when you hear the stories about it being in the beginning, the very first contest and the judging of the contest and how they try to evolve it over the first 3 years into the Gold Cup series. And out of that, some of the greatest legends of skateboarding have come from that era. And so we're going to be talking about that, and just to kind of let people know the history. Because I think it's important that as the phrase or as the term goes, from the horse's mouth, many times hearing it right from the person. It's exciting to hear about Salve, won the very first park contest, and still skating today, still ripping today, still skating pools like no one else. And so it's going to be exciting to see, because he won the first one coming from the Badlands, and at that time everybody was more around the beach area that was in the magazines, and then just talking about that, the evolution of tricks, because back then the first contest was more carves. There was some frontside airs, backside airs. I remember a photo of Rick Blackheart rolling in frontside, and then I think it was Kirk Talbot backside, and it was just rolling in. That was like a huge thing back then. And so we're going to be talking about that. And the reason I'm so passionate about this is because I've done the event, the El Gato Classic. I started it in 2015. And the whole idea of the El Gato Classic was to honor the past and champion the future. Just to say, thank you to these guys. They weren't getting the big paychecks, if any. They just did it for the heart of skateboarding, for the passion of skateboarding. Many of them, no recognition, but yet many of them invented the first tricks, did the first maneuvers, and transformed skateboarding into, like I said, into what it is today, into the history making. They were making history back then, and now we're going to continue to see tonight with the girls, and just to see, even at the El Gato Classic, I do an event. Part of that is the Generations Contest. So I have the legends will compete, and then the new up and coming pros, the amateurs, and then the girls. And it's just exciting to see that many of the girls, like Poppy Star was at the El Gato Classic, Bryce was at the Wetstein was at the El Gato Classic, and Jordan. We had Brighton Zoyner, Jordan Barrett, and we also had Amelia Brodka, which I'm stoked on. Actually, I had the opportunity to marry her and Alec, and it was amazing because it was cool to be able to be a part of officiating their wedding. And now I get to say, wow, I officiated the wedding of an Olympian. And so this is so cool. And I know so many of you out there may have maybe different ideas about it being in the Olympics is bad or good or whatever. I just think that it's great that we have the opportunity. We understand that that isn't the all of skateboarding, and there's so much more to skateboarding. We understand that just one contest isn't going to define a skateboard. As we've learned in the history of skateboarding, it's just one contest isn't going to define the magnitude of the impact of the skater. And so I'm just excited to be a part of that. So tomorrow, it's going to be starting at 10 o'clock. We're going to start with Brad Bowman. And I'm just going to ask him questions on what it was like skating in the first contest. We're going to be talking about after the first Hester series, they kind of really evaluated things and realized that, what, we have to evaluate the way we judge and how we do contests. So by the time the second Hester series came, it was a lot different, which is the series that I entered in. But yet in between that was the Dog Bowl Pro. And I entered in as an amateur. And man, I was just like, just to be able to enter in, everybody. I think there was like 65 people competing. You had like Jimmy Plummer. We had TA was skating that, Tony Alva, Steve Olson, and Dave Andrick. I won that contest, and Bert Lamar. And it seemed like there was Polar Bear was skating that contest. So there was all these skaters. And then there was a pivotal point right after that in the Hester Series 2. It seemed like so many people did not continue on, maybe because of the evolution, maybe because of the tricks and all that. But so we're going to hear from some of the people on how they felt going into the second Hester Series. But then from the second Hester Series that I entered in, it seems like I began to think outside the box. I was not from the beach. I wasn't a surfer. So I was into doing lots of tricks. And so, frontside invert and the Elgariel and frontside rock and roll. And then a lot of the tricks that are foundational tricks like the fakie ollie and rock fakie, boardside fakie. I invented that at Winchester Open, and fast plant to fakie. There was the air to fakie. So all these tricks were being invented. And then people started thinking, man, let's do this. And I know sometimes we got a lot of flack for it. Oh, tricks are for kids. It's more about surf style. And I wasn't a surfer, so I didn't know about surfing. So I just invented tricks. And so what was cool about it was to see that it sparked a revolution with others. So in the first Hester and the second Hester series, I won all these, invented all these tricks. I got second overall, even though I did not go to the first contest of the series in Winchester, Hester series. I still got second overall to Mickey Alba. And then at that time, history started changing, and then the Gold Cup series came to play. And in the Gold Cup series, they had amateurs also within that event. And from there, you're going to get people like Chris Miller. You're going to get Tony Hawk. You're going to get Christian Asoy. And there's so many. The list goes on and on. And so that's what's so cool about those 3 years. Is really was a foundational time for skateboarding. History was being made right there, which empowered now those that are continuing on today and tomorrow making history. I'm so proud of all those that are doing that. It's so exciting to see. So tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to be going live with these guys. We're just going to have Legends talk because it's in the beginning. Let's find out what happened in the beginning so we can understand what's taking place today. Hey, before we tune out, maybe if some of you had some questions, let me see if I could read some there. If anybody has anything, I think Dennis Martinez is up there. Sweet. Dennis Martinez was in the first contest. Maybe we'll call in for Dennis tomorrow if he's available. Just give me a yes or no, and then. Because there's a story that Salva was telling me about when you got knocked out at the very first contest. That was your park, and you were killing it. But then you were yelling about wanting a rematch. Maybe you could let us know about that. It's going to start at 10 o'clock on the hour. So we'll probably go about 45 minutes, and then we're going to go to a new legend and talk more. So who else? Well, Dwayne Peters, we'll see if he's wanting to. Sometimes he doesn't like, and it's cool because me and Dwayne, we have this camaraderie. Many people don't know because we were rivals, but yet at the same time, we were teammates. And behind the scenes isn't what you see out front. So, but with Dwayne, you never know. Dwayne may just give us the finger and say, no, I don't want to be a part of it. Or he may want to be a part of it and throw in some controversial stuff that who knows. But I'll try to get a hold of him and see what's up with that. Let's see. What's up with the compulsory run? Yeah, that was in the Gold Cup series. And so we'll probably talk a little bit about that, how they tried to bring the compulsory run that made everybody, it was kind of a standard. And I think it was probably the beginning of trying to make it to be able to be in the Olympics, saying, oh man, let's do this compulsory run. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Henry Hester, he's on right now. He's the very first one. He said, hey, let's get a series going for these bowl skaters. Skate parks are opening up. Skate parks are opening. And what was cool about it is too, because he would have contests. He would try to have all the contests at a new park that was barely about to open. It would publicize that. He said, busy deck, work day, but he'll be listening on. All right, Henry, thank you. And maybe you could comment in the chat tomorrow about maybe some of the things that you want us to know about when you started that series. He was telling me too, when he started that series, that they didn't really know about how to do the contests and the runs, the length of runs. So we'll be talking all about that tomorrow. So I don't want to give out any false information, but we're going to hear about that. Let's see, Eddie, this is beautiful. Hope more. This is Daily Skate Video. Sweet. Let's see. The comeback of the local park has been amazing. Yeah, it's been great to see so many parks opening. Actually, there's one down the street, 10 minutes from my house in La Quinta. And there's going to be a new combi bowl that Lance and I designed, but it's going to be a little bit different in terms, you're just going to have to see it. It's going to be great. It's going to have the roll-in like the very original one from Upland. And planning on, and this might be the first time you hear, but planning on El Gato Classic 2022, early 2022. So hopefully that happens, bringing back the legends. Maybe we'll bring back some of the Olympians if they're wanting to come, if they don't get too big and say, nah, I need this much money. But I hope that doesn't come to that place. I hope they still love the roots and the heart of skateboarding and what it's all about. It's all about us just wanting to stoke out the fans. Girls, yeah, they're going to be ripping today. Let's see what else. Let's see if any other questions here. I need a water. Maybe my wife, if she's hearing me, is going to bring me a water because I'm beginning to cough. Hold on a second. Oh, this is going to be a tough one tomorrow all day long. Going to be going through this, but it's going to be cool. So, yeah, tomorrow, I want you to maybe let somebody know. It's going to be on the Eddie Elguero, this site. This has the most followers for me. Obviously, it's not as much as many some of the other ones. So I hope you guys can be able to check in and check out and see what's happening. Is there any other questions? Yeah, I'm stoked for, I'm going to be posting some pictures today. I'm going to be posting, thank you. This is my lovely bride right here. Check it out. Mwah. So she's always helping. She's always supporting me in whatever I do in skateboarding to help get skateboarding out there. And so, let's see, what was I going to say? I was talking about some of the girls and the guys that will be competing. It's been neat to see them grow. I'm telling you, it's going to be so exciting to see Pedro Barros going off and Oski from Sweden go. You know what? Let me say this. The thing I love about skateboarding, the culture and the industry of skateboarding is we all high five each other. We all support each other. And in Olympics, I think sometimes you're just saying, oh, it's my country, this country, or we're going to support my country. But I'm telling you, I have so many great friends from Brazil. I love Brazil. I'm going to be rooting for the Brazilian skaters. I'm going to be rooting for the U.S. skaters. I'm going to be rooting for the Japanese skaters and those from Australia and Poppy Star. And I'm telling you, it's so cool because we support each other. And it's not about a specific country. It's about us loving skateboarding, supporting each other, giving high fives, giving shout outs, and say, just that's the Stoke of skateboarding. Let's see if there's any questions here. Yes, somebody asked if I remember about Skate TV with Skate Master Tate. Yep, I remember that. Actually, it was so cool when we were doing that interview, and I only had the two sons at the time, and my youngest wasn't even born yet, but it's so cool that we were there at the Pink Motel pool. There's Chayamani, I'm not sure if that's how I'm say your name, but it says, how's it going? I'm doing great. I'm just excited to be able to do this. So I just wanted to let everybody know about what was going on. I wanted to make sure that the feed was going to be good. I probably should, maybe if Dennis Martinez, if you're still on there, let me know. And I'll send you a request to join me right now. And maybe we could just talk a little bit if you're at a place where you can. Otherwise, because it's Pacific Standard Time. Like I said, so we're going to start at 10 o'clock with Brad Bowman, 11 o'clock, Christian Hosoi, 12 o'clock, Salba. And then I'm waiting on the time from Steve Olson. And I have a shout out to Cab. I haven't heard back. And a couple others. So we'll see who else joins us. But it's going to be pretty awesome. I am excited about that. But today, it's as I was researching the history of skateboarding, in the Hester Series 1 and 2 at Spring Valley and at Upland, they didn't have the girls event. But in the third one, that's when they brought in the girls event as part of the Hester Series. So that's kind of cool to see. And it's just neat to see where the girls, they're so good. They're such rippers, and it's so exciting to see. It says, Eddie Howe, skateboard. Some of you guys, some of these names I don't know how to pronounce. So it says, hi Eddie, how you make the big backside ollies at 8th Street. I don't know what, I'm not sure what that is. And say hi to Brazil. I'm telling you, I love Brazil. I feel that's my second home in terms of loving to go there. If you're from Brazil and watching, you know that I love the pão de queijo. Oh man, the guaraná and the pastels. I love it. And actually, I'm in the works of going out. Hopefully everything will be all right, but planning to go in November. Somebody sent me a message about doing a tour in November. And the thing I love about Brazil is they love the history of skateboarding, and they honor that. And like I said, it's important if we honor the past, we could champion the future. And that's what's so amazing about these young rippers that will be skating today and tomorrow. They just honor and they respect those that have paved the way, and an opportunity for them to kill it. So let's see. Who else? Anybody else? Any question? Is El Gato Classic going to be at the new? Yes. The new El Gato Classic will be at the new park. Hopefully it'll be done by the end of the year, and then we get the green light to put it in place. Probably it might be, like I said, in the early part before the summer comes, because right now, today here in the desert, it's going to be between 118 and 120. Whew, too hot. Probably need an indoor park, but that's for another day. Let me see. What else? If the friend of Pastor Bruno, I don't know if you remember. Yes, I think I do remember. Of course I do. At Pinball, yeah, I love that. That was great. It came with the tour with my wife. Yes, we remember that. All the places in Brazil. I'm a skater, assistant pastor at C3 Church. Which one? Which C3 Church are you in? What city? Let me know. It's cool to see that. Who else? Who else is in there? Who else is in there? Maybe I could. Pedro and Dora are always with us in the old school. Yes, they are always supporting. I mean, like I said, all the skaters. I've always loved Dora because she does a killer frontside rock. I'm always favorable to those that do frontside rocks, and I know that that many of them that do, and it's so cool to see. I love seeing, obviously, people do some of the tricks like the frontside inverts and frontside rocks and other things. It's just it's so cool to see. Somebody asked what my worst injury was. In Brazil, very first trip to Brazil, even before the demo, first day of practice, within probably a half hour, it sprained real bad. My ankle was almost broken, and the doctors said probably would have been better if it broken because it pulled so many ligaments, but that was probably the worst injury, and that was like in 1989 there in Brazil, but my heart has always been there. So that's kind of been my worst injury. Let's see if anybody else, and we're probably going to be tuning out here, and but just thank you guys for joining me. I want you to know that I'm rooting for all the girls. You guys are going to rip it. History is being made, and it's cool to see that history was made back 43 years ago at the Hester Series #1. And so we love all you guys. I'm going to be tuning out. I'm going to do a little more research, trying to reach out to some of the guys to talk to tomorrow. But join us at 10 a.m. Like I said, on the hour. I'm going to be talking to these guys, and it's going to be cool. Any other questions before we tune out? Anything else? All right. Well, if you notice some of the stuff in the background here, do you want me to give you a little history on that? Let me give you, even if you don't want to hear it. You'll just check out if you don't want to hear it. Here's a couple of the boards that are from the Gato Classic, signed by all the legends. This picture right here, obviously it's Lance's artwork, and it's a picture of me from a slash that I did at the Nude Bowl in the very first session that was ever skated at the Nude Bowl. There was no graffiti. The light hole was there. The death box was there. Lance did that for me because he also made me a pool coffee table of the Nude Bowl, and then so we had an art show for that. Up here is the very first skateboarder cover back in after the second volume came out in '75. Greg Weaver was on the cover. That was the picture that inspired me to say I want to skate in pools, and it inspired so many others. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to recreate that picture on that board right there. Was my very first skateboard, and it was a wood Hobie, and I wanted the wood Hobie just like Greg Weaver was riding. And so I replicated that in the Animal Farm pool. Ozzy got me there. It was just kind of a cool pool to do it. I got the shadow in there. Bill Sharp shot the photo. And so I just wanted to recreate that because it was such an inspiration to me. And then like there, you can't really see, but this is how I got my first skateboard. Is 450. You sent in these box tops of popsicles, Buddy Buddy popsicles, and they sent you a skateboard, and that's what it was. I'm excited to, actually I see some of my guys, what was the craziest frame did from Devo? What's that? Oh yeah, these, actually, I told Pastor Don, I get so many compliments on these glasses, and it's from Mark Mothersbaugh. He has a company out that made these special custom frames. Got them from my friend Alex down at in Orange County, optometrist. And so if anybody ever wants to get some cool ones, he's an authorized dealer. He's cool. He's a skater. He gets glasses for me, for Cab, for Christian. He's our optometrist. And then also to Dennis Martinez, I believe. So he's just a great guy. If you need glasses, if you need your eyes checked, go see him. Alex, man, he's the man. And so, but I saw that some of you guys from Chelsea. I haven't been there. I saw this last weekend. You had a great skate session. I need to come out. I miss it. I see that Bombette is representing England, is going to be in the Olympics, and we've session. Actually, when I get off of here, I'm going to be posting some pictures of some of the girls, just random from different places. I'm going to post a picture of me as I officiated Amelia's wedding. I got a picture of her doing a front rock in her dress with Alec, and they were doing front rocks. It was a cool picture, posting that. But anyway, yeah, I love skateboarding too. You guys have been amazing. Hope to see you soon. And we'll see if I come back maybe later on this afternoon if I have any more information. God bless you guys, and thank you for joining us. Share this with someone. Let them know that we're going to be going live in the beginning, Legends Talk, tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. God bless you guys, and we'll see you soon. All right. Now, how do I stop this?